Hi everyone, my name's Molly Farwell, and I am going to be introducing you to 5 new technologies in this series of 5 videos that I am creating. So for this first video, I'm going to talk to you about Google Sites. So what can Google Sites be used for? It could be used as a class website, it could be used to create a team website, to communicate with parents, it could be used for students to create blogs, it could be used for web quests, and so much more. Basically, Google Sites is a website design tool, and I had heard of it before, but I had never used it because I thought designing a website would be way too much work. But boy, was I proved wrong. I used Google Sites for the first time last week, and I used it to create a pre-reading web quest activity for our class novel Hatchet. So my intended audience were my students. And my goal with this web quest was to help students find a background knowledge about the novel before we began reading. This background knowledge would help the reader understand our text and also make connections with that text. So like I said, I used this last week for the first time, and it was so easy to design this website. Google made it really easy, and the students loved it. Some of the other teachers that saw it loved it, and so it was a really big success, and it is a tool that I will definitely be using again. My 2 ISTE standards that I chose for this web tool were both from the teacher standards. The first one is to engage students in exploring real-world issues and solving authentic problems using digital tools and resources. And the second one is to design or adapt relevant learning experiences that incorporate digital tools and resources to promote student learning and creativity. So let's look at Google Sites. I'm going to show you the Hatchet web quest that I created. Whoa, maybe. All right, so this is my home page, and this is what the page will look like for the designer, the creator of the website. Obviously, when you first started, it's going to be completely blank, but you can see that I've added a title. I changed my image right here so that it fit with the book. And then, of course, I added text down below, some directions for the students. So over here, under this Insert tab, is where you can choose what to add to your pages. So you can add text boxes. If I wanted to, I could add more text boxes down here. I can add images, I can embed URLs, I can add dividers if I want to create different sections on one page. I can insert directly from my Google Drive, and you can see down here that you can add Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets, Google Forms, Google Charts. So Google Sites is a great tool for incorporating multiple tools onto the same site. You can add maps, you can add calendar events, you can add YouTube videos. There are so many things that you can put onto these pages through Google Sites, so that is really cool. So I customized my heading, I added my directions, and then I created pages. My pages are my tabs up at the top, and you can add as many pages as you want. The more you add, there's a chance, though, that it might create a more box instead of just showing all the tabs. But that's okay. So I added multiple things. On some of the tabs, all of them have the title and stuff in the heading, and then the text box directions, but some of them have video links, some of them have, this is like a game link to label the parts of a plane. This one is a link to a quiz to find out if they would survive in the wilderness, and there were so many other types of links that I included on some of these other pages. Every header on every page you can customize how you want. You can add images, you can change the header type, so if you only want it to be title, you click title. If you want a big banner like I had on my homepage, you could. If you want it even larger, you can choose the large option. But there's so many just simple things that you can add and do to make it your own. So here, I'll show you. I'll add an empty page just to show you. We'll call it AEP 800. Is that this course name? There we go. So it automatically just puts it into the title heading. If I want to make it bigger, I can do that. And then I could find an image for it. Over here below it, I'll go to my Insert tab. I will add a text box. Whoa, maybe. There we go. I just click it. You'll add a text box. I can bold font. I can write a letter. Whoa, maybe. There we go. Okay, so I can write any text I want. You can add multiple things, so I can add an image. You can, whoops, I'm just gonna search. Let's find a picture of a cat. And in the searches, it's really cool because it only gives you images that are allowed to be used. Nothing that is not free. So I can add a picture of whatever I want. These dots over here allow you to drag things around, so if I want to move the cat at the top, there's so many things that you can do on these pages, and it's really cool. Up at the top, you can add editors. So for me, I'm a team teacher, so I added my team teacher to this, so we were both able to edit it. We were actually at one point both on this Google Sites at one time and editing at the same time, so that was really cool. There's a preview option, so you can look at it in the way that the students will see it. So this is what my cat page would look like. There's the directions. So this is what the students saw when they went to it, and they had a little worksheet guide to follow along with. But they went through the tabs, they did all the activities, and they were kind of responsible for learning from the things that we provided on this web quest. So Google Sites made it really easy to do this with, and it is definitely a tool that I will be using again.